In this video, we'll go over the grid tool and use our dimensions to the architecture tab and find grids. Alternatively, I can type GR. With the grid tool activated, I'll click once in the southwest corner of the lot and drag that line up. For my second line, I'll zoom in so you can see that there's a dashed blue line connecting the tail. I'll wait until that happens and then click and go back to the top. I'll repeat that a few times until I have 5 grid lines. For my horizontal grid lines, I'll create one first. I'll click on the 6, change that to an A. As I go to create the remaining grid lines, it'll go from A to B now, as opposed to 1 to 5 when I was creating the verticals. And that's because Revit will automatically go next in the sequence. Because I set these up aligned, they'll move together. If I don't want that to happen, which is the case with C and D, I'll unclick the padlock for D and move that until it's just between my 3 and 4 grid lines. I'll do the same with C so that it matches. I need to do that with 4 and 5 as well. Now I'd like to locate these in the correct place on this site. To do that, I'll click on my existing dimension string, and in the ribbon now I have the option to edit witness lines, or I can say EW. And when I have edit witness lines active, I can add additional notations to my dimension string. I'll select each of my grid lines to add those grid lines to the dimension string. Then I'll click off to the side somewhere to accept the string. Next, I'll adjust the location of my horizontal grid lines by clicking on that vertical dimension string and then each of my grid lines starting from the front setback. Now that the grid lines are in the correct location, I'll do a bit of cleanup work with the heads and tails of all of the bubbles. Because they're aligned with each other, it's just a few clicks. When I'm happy with my grid lines, because these are really important model elements that I'm going to base a lot of stuff on in the future, I'd like to pin them all. To do that, I'll do a drag select and use the filter button at the top. I'll select just my grids and say OK. Type PN to pin my grid lines. As a reminder, in this video we placed grids and then used edit witness lines along with our dimensions to locate them on the site. I hope this helps.